Good morning, hello, hi. So, we're continuing where we left off. We're going to be doing the Spectre ending. I had the idea to go back and try and rescue the maiden again to get the maiden ending, because I don't remember if we ended with a maiden ending or if we ended with the burnt maiden ending. I don't know which. So, yeah. That is the big thing. I don't remember which one I ended on. It's like, okay, we'll go back, we'll rescue one of the maidens, that'll be peachy, right? That didn't happen. Whenever I went there, it only gave me the option to attack her, which leads to the betrayal ending, which I believe is the witch ending, and I don't want to do the witch ending just yet. We'll do that one later. I wasn't like super interested in that one, you know? So, if you haven't seen the opening dialogue for this game, go watch the first episode. We go through most of the dialogue choices. I'm skipping through the first chapter because it's mostly just repeats.
You're here
with very minor things changing in between. So we could do the stranger ending. I want to do the nightmare ending though. The nightmare ending was really interesting. Finally continued to the cabin.
You make your...
So to do the nightmare ending, I need to abandon the princess.
The interior of the cabin.
Do you need to take the knife to get the nightmare ending? I think we do. Yeah, I think so. We're gonna take the knife.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Yeah.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
So if we go for the rush to kill ending, there's two endings we can get there.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Skip. So we just don't talk to her, rush and kill her. We can check her pulse, or we can take the knife. I think those lead into either the same ending or different endings. I'm not entirely sure. Or we leave her down here. I'm just here to talk. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her.
I love that dialogue choice.
Don't you dare.
We're gonna
It's fine.
squint at her.
We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten our grip. Yeah.
You ignore the trembling in your
Looks
hands
scared.
and tighten your grip on the blade.
Feel bad for her.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step
Fabulous.
forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I just squint at her.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I'm sure she's not armed. What if she's bluffing? What if she kills us? Like, can we just talk? What if? Are you sure she's not armed?
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I'm not dropping the knife.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Bam, 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 bam. Quick.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you? You squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now.
I love it's a dialogue choice.
You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Stab. Drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine.
Scratch.
Don't know what you're
Scratch,
hoping to
scratch.
accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay, we talked enough. I believe if we go to those repeat dialogue, I don't think we get the option other than like, you can fight her. You either give up or fight her and die. And you both like either kill each other or you give up and she just kills you and she leaves. That's like two different endings. We're talking now.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
I'm gonna leave you down here.
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to lock you away down here for a little bit. We get to know each other. I can decide on what I want to keep her locked away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
It's not.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Actually, we can fight her. Okay, because I kind of want to get to. I didn't see this variant last time, I don't think. So we're gonna.
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck.
Well, we are in a different ending.
Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
I finished the job. So I didn't get the ending that I wanted to do. I wanted to do the nightmare, which is where you have to like either leave her in the basement or you have to fight her and cut off her arm, or like her arm gets cut off and then you leave and then lock her in the basement. And then I leave into the nightmare ending. I believe this is the razor ending. We can finish the job or we can die. If we just die, don't we get the Titan ending? She defeated us. That's the question. Do we want to do the... I guess we can do the razor ending. I don't remember what the razor ending is.
With the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Also, getting killed by her with a knife. What she just did was she cut you and you're like bleeding to death. That was an achievement in the first game, or in the demo.
Oh,
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
No.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you
And
die.
you die. Shame. The razor. Yeah, so this is the razor ending when she kills you with the knife.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yep, same spell. Feel. Wait, but I died. What's going on here? She's going to kill me again. This is a new option. But I already slew the princess. She also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Voice of the cheated. This is new.
Stabbed to death?
Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Sure she is.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't. But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
To be fair, she only got one hit on
I
us.
assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Okay, let's just,
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
yeah, it just says that. You don't get the option to. That's kind of annoying.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
Like his voice.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
So how is this going to go? Should probably bring a knife this time. There even is a knife up there. It's all jagged, right? Yeah.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Also, there probably is unique dialogue for looking at the mirror again. I'm not sure if I want to, but I guess we can.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement.
Not much to see
What are
here.
you talking about?
Would
This
be
isn't a-
mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand, but there was a mirror a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
I'm thinking we could maybe take the blade. I'm not really sure on this. Let's see what happens if we don't.
Are we really doing this without a weapon? You know she has one, right?
Once again, I'd like to remind you that she's unarmed. But you're right, this would be a lot easier if you had the blade. I hope you know what you're doing.
This is a good question. We know what she have.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Why does he always say that? Every time.
That's right. Scraping. I told you she has something. I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
I'm not a big fan of
There
this
is something
voice.
so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, not a fan of it.
Yeah. She thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. Exactly. She sounds threatening because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here.
Is she?
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
I think I'm glad she's gonna stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you get out of here if you drop it. I like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now. Can we just talk things through? I don't have the key. I don't have a weapon. Isn't that a good sign of goodwill? We killed each other last time. We're not doing it again. Look, I know they are mad at me, but I think we both need to just let bygones be bygones. What happens after you died last time? What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from leaving the world, and you slashed my throat last time. Nobody has to die. Okay, what are you gonna do if I let you out? Okay, fine, I'm coming closer for you, but you've been trying to think approach for it. She's literally gonna kill us. Turn on leave. I'll be right back. I'm just go retrieve the knife. I don't think you get the option to. So I don't want to save Scum, but like I really want to see what happens if we get close. She's gonna kill us. Right. Approach the princess. She's gonna stab us. I want to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now. I like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird-face thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. He doesn't even have a knife for stabbing. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
What is this? She's like cartoony.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatened.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
Oh, she does.
But you know who has the capacity to quickly arm himself? You do. So stop second-guessing yourself, go upstairs, take the blade, and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Yeah, we're gonna die. You're just gonna stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you if you drop it. Give me a talking through. I don't have the key. I know what to expect. I know what to expect. She's going to kill me. Okay, I'm just gonna see what happens. I already know she's gonna stab me, but I want to see what happens. Okay, I'm fine. Better not try anything.
Of course I won't.
Look at her. She's always gonna stab me.
Against your better judgment, you walk across the room to within arm's reach of the princess.
She's going to kill me.
I don't like the way you said within arm's reach.
Yeah, she's going to stab me.
You hear the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Yeah.
Hers, at first. Then yours. Your neck, specifically. Again? Really?
Hehe.
You collapse to the ground, your vision swimming as you attempt to focus on her bloody blade and the limp sack of flesh that was once her arm.
What?
You're going to die now.
And with a quick jerk of her elbow, she does just that. Everything goes dark.
And you die.
And you die.
So, what's gonna happen now? No way out. Now we're in chapter 3. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
I might reload in a minute, but I want to see this.
What? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
Is he cheating? Is he cheating?
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting?
Wait. Remember the smitten voice in the first episode? Or was it the second episode? I think it was the second episode. Because we killed the maiden. She was acting weird, right? And the smitten voice killed us by gaining control of the game. Is he doing the same thing? Is he gaining control of the game?
Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works.
Really?
Who cares about cards? You're all acting like this is about winning and losing, while this is actually about having fun.
Whoa,
Is this
what's a new
fun for
voice?
you? It's not fun for me. I don't like being sliced to pieces.
There's multiple
Great.
voices?
So obviously you've already been here. How many times?
Second
This
time?
is our third?
Third time.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Really?
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Hero?
I couldn't agree
Okay.
more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
Cheat?
Let's just stay focused,
Front
shall
3 or 4
we?
voices.
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. And then, we throw it out the window! What? That blade is the only edge we have. We are not.
Too late, because we already did it, didn't we?
Fortunately for the rest of you, and for me, and for the sake of the world, yes. That is horribly unfair. He shouldn't be allowed to just do things like that. You were the one who made us pick it up. See? You're not the only one who can figure out how to do things. What's done is done. I suggest you make the best of it.
Bro.
You're all so mad at each other. I'm just going to sit here quietly in the corner. You can be the ones to figure out what to do.
I like these broken chapter 3s. It was so funny.
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
There's the mirror.
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
This is great. Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Stab. Dead. Chapter 4.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
They're all avoiding the mirror. Wipe the mirror. We break the mirror.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
Heads up, we might reload back to this point if it lets us. I just kind of I wanted to see what happens if we were to trust her.
I can't say I was particularly invested in looking at it before, but now I really want to see what's in it. If it's so keen on hiding from us, whatever it has must be real good. Guess it's time for us to see her again.
What's she gonna look like now? Is she gonna be the skeleton
Just
again?
stay focused and you'll be fine.
Or is she gonna be wearing our skin? Or is she gonna be a big old knife?
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
As your body tumbles onto
Oh,
the
there she
basement
is.
landing, the form of the princess comes into view, Riley smiling at you from a distance.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. And you still don't have a weapon. That's funny! That's a joke! I'm going to kill you now.
What is wrong with her?
Yes, that was extremely silly of whoever did that. Probably a bad idea.
That was you!
Funny.
No, I'm just trying to add some levity to this. Well, since all of this was your idea, how about you figure out how to get us out of it? Oh, guys like us don't get to make any decisions. You should know that. I decided to pick up that blade, and you decided to throw it out the window.
He has a point. That is what happened.
This is why we've already lost. Can't even stop bickering with ourselves. How are we supposed to beat her without a weapon? She's so sharp.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain
Wow.
clatters to the floor.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Alright, I'm out of ideas. What we doing?
We fight it. We're gonna feel our authority puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk to that. I'm going to let her. Try flirting with her. She has sword turns. We don't. We're panicking. Stab us. Go for it. All of you do so think of something better. We're gonna flirt with her. I'm flirting.
Now that is an interesting move.
Flirt. It's undertale.
Interesting? It's disgusting. No, don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her. Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster? Of course we do. I'm into it. The one making the decisions is into it. Are you not? I don't think so. I don't know. I could go either way, honestly.
She doesn't want us.
Flirt.
You're just saying that because you want her to be into you.
We're gonna die.
I know. I thought I was being obvious.
I think I never told you gorgeous you were. But like, really get you. Like, I like her romantically. Even maybe we should have some over a date. Give her the look. How about me buy you? How about you buy me a dinner before killing me to death?
A rosy blush flushes in the princess's cheeks, and a wide grin cuts across her face.
What?
You're the only person I know, so that's a first. You're sweet. I like you. You're also gorgeous.
Oh, be damned, this is actually going to work,
We're
isn't
gonna
it?
die.
Still gonna kill you, though.
Or not.
At least she likes us. I've never been liked before.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you and skewers you. Ow. What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She's...
Likes
Oh,
us.
a new one of us.
Oh, she likes us.
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
Yeah, so, ow. Before it doesn't hurt at least a little bit. What matters is she likes us. She even said as much. I was new of one of us, so we have the smitten voice. We have 5 voices.
Nah, we'd know if we died. Right? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead,
Dead.
dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? I don't actually know how to answer that question. I think he means how many times have we died?
Or
Yes, that.
4 times.
Oh, I've lost count, to be honest.
I haven't. It's 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. We'll win her heart eventually.
Come on, show me something new.
We're gonna appeal to authority. Can we flirt more? We're panicking. Oh, these all give us new voices. Okay. We're going to appeal to authority. Puff her every bit. There's no reason we can talk this out. It doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again. You remember your blurs as your conscious leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
Wow.
She
Deathless?
skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you. More noise isn't helping, it's just making it harder to focus. Just keep dodging, just keep dodging, just keep dodging.
Voice of the Haunted?
Skewers you.
What's the point of avoiding me if you're not going to fight?
Doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. We don't even have a weapon. Yeah, some clod threw it out the window. Again, that was you. No, I was just the clod who suggested it. And if I knew we'd be stuck here forever, I wouldn't have done that. Just panic! Flee!
Panic.
She skewers you.
Flee.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
Yeah,
See?
fun.
We lasted a little longer. Barely. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Getting more and more sharp.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
Wow.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time.
This is
Fine.
paradoxal.
One last time. None of this is working. Think. Think. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark. And you die.
But you don't actually die. Chapter 4 of the Empty Cup. What? There's chapter 4?
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin. Take it from here. No steel claw, though.
What's happening?
Was tossing it the only thing we've done that was permanent? That's a sick joke, universe. A sick, sick joke. If it's gone for good, then maybe we never actually needed it. That's what I've been telling you all. We could do this without it. We're tougher than steel.
We are not.
Yeah, mind over matter. Who needs violence when you have...
Alone.
Who needs love when you've mastered yourself?
Who needs anything when we don't matter?
Well, boys, are we ready?
It's like a
There
Dark
are
Souls
entirely
boss
too
fight.
many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them.
It's like every voice.
Leave it to the pros.
It's literally every voice.
Narrator, we
What?
heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to see how this ends.
Bro.
Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
She's a giant knife.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Giant strap on.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just gonna show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
She's gonna die, isn't she? He's just sitting there. Did she just die? Is that how this ends? She becomes a
You
knife?
gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear
It's
you
a
describe
blade
her new
strap-on.
thing.
I already know this.
Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
What?
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Yes! Behold, the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. I'd say we bow down to her right now if that ever even slightly worked for us.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Orator?
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too. We emptied our mind.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You don't act as the princess approaches. Oh wait, I need to turn that off. We do not act as a. You do not act as. You do not act as the princess approaches. Instead of allowing her to crash against your form, yet there's simply nothing for her to crash against. So we became the person stuck in here. Again and again, she swings at you, but there's nothing really. But there's nothing really was a you. But there was never really a you to swing at.
This worked before. I was able to make you dead before.
She swings again, and this time she hits something, or something hits her. She looks down in confused terror as her arm bends and folds in upon itself.
Did you do that? It's funny if you did. You're nothing. You've done nothing to me, and I've done so much to you, and that's who we are. But it's like you're nothing now. You can't be nothing. If you're nothing, then what am I? Am I nothing too? No, I'm the one who hurts you.
She curls herself at you, and as she does, her mental body bends outwards. The very contact with what you are. The very contact with what you are, propelling her to the point of destruction. Allow the sharp foe to vanquish herself. The din of shrieking metal subsides, and something small and delicate falls into your hand. It's her heart. It beats gently, calmly in your palm. That was the most confusing returns. That was genuinely confusing. Before we continue, I genuinely want to see what other options there were. Like, is that the best ending for her? I don't think there is a best ending. Like, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? No, I wouldn't stab you. I am I'm just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason.
I think we need the knife.
And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to not stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do
But
it.
she does. Yeah.
But you know who has the capacity to quickly arm himself? You do. So stop second guessing yourself, go upstairs, take the blade, and do your job.
That was probably the best ending so far, by
But
the way.
I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and tried to kill me and I cut his neck open and then he stabbed me in the heart and we both died looking in each other's eyes, well, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
She's not very good at lying.
Last time? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that loop back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
Yeah, she remembers.
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
That's exactly what happened. See, do you remember? I know you have a knife.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
Yes.
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
I think we need the knife, by the way. I don't think we have a choice. I know you have a knife. I'll let you if you just drop it. I like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now. I don't have the key. Let me see. I know you don't. I know you have a knife. I'll let you go if you just drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
She is armed. It's the thing. It's in her arms. Prove it. Prove you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
It's
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
practically zero. I like to trust you. You're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers
God.
you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird-face thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. He doesn't even have a knife for stabbing. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
So silly in this one.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way.
I don't like that word.
No, I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
I don't like that word because it reminds me of decapitation, what she did in chapter 2 or in episode 3. I know we're hiding some secret. Can we just talk through this? I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Yeah, I'm just doing that. Can we just talk things through?
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
I like her. Her voice is weird.
Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
Wow.
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment.
She doesn't chop her arm off.
She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion.
Yeah.
And then she slices through her arm.
Yep.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. That won't stop us from trying. Run, 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 run! You sprint for the stairs, but I wasn't exaggerating when I said she was running at you with a terrifying speed you couldn't hope to outpace.
So are we just stuck on the death?
We don't make it, do we?
No.
No. You feel her blade in your back before you make it to the first stair.
I guess she gets bored. She will kill us.
I'm going to kill you now.
That she does.
With a squelch, she does just that.
Wow.
Everything goes dark.
And you die.
And you die.
So now we're in chapter 3 again, the way out. Okay. So that loops back into chapter 3. I have a feeling we really need a knife. Let me try... Yeah, turn and leave. Yeah, I'm not trusting you this.
It's boring if you leave.
And she just does repeat where she cuts off her
She's
arm.
bored?
Yeah, she is good to be bored.
Absurd. She doesn't keep
Yeah.
At least those chains. She looks down.
Yeah, same thing. So, let me look. Load. I'll be back.
It's boring if you leave.
That's absurd. At least
So you must bring the knife. Your only way to remotely survive this is to have the knife, which is what I kind of expected. Take the knife.
you take the blade from the table. Feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her earn for what she's done to us.
Yeah. So I think the only exit to this ending is to either get stuck in the loop, which is the really funny ending.
Door to the basement. Yeah, that's her grip.
I hope you've come to...
There is something. Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. As you descend the fire, I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get...
Come on. If she sounds threatening.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Even knife. Something. I don't have the key. We've. Rather not do it again.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here? Right now. Both of us normal and unstabbed.
I do have to hand it to her. That's a very good question. And it's one with a simple answer. You haven't slain her yet. So how about you get moving?
I don't think we can, to be honest with you.
Last time? What are you talking about?
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working. I'm terrible. Yes, something is obvious.
So, is there an option just to kill her? Prince Princess, Slate, screw it. So I have a feeling... What if we both found each other and said you stop... You... Okay, wait. I was sitting here to stop you from bringing the world and you slashed my throat last time.
That doesn't sound like
Sounds
me.
exactly like you.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
Yeah.
She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
But she does,
You
actually.
know who is? But all the more.
I have a feeling... It might be possible to get away. What happened if you did it last time? Nobody has to die. Look, I know you're mad at me, but how do we let bygones be bygones?
But I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten? We're clearly still
With your
figuring out
face.
our... Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think you're acting like you are? I entirely... Maybe
Yeah.
no. Fine.
So... We could say screw it and try to rush her.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you
I have a feeling
charge
she's
across
gonna
the
kill
room.
us because we don't know where her knife is. Yeah.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
I think she's gonna...
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing. Whose meat? Hers, then yours.
Hehe.
How? What did she even... You stare down at your chest, and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with.
Yeah.
And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her
Oh.
thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Interesting.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch,
No, yeah. The arms race, this is different. Okay. We might go through the arms race, but maybe I should leave that for the next episode. That might be the best. I'm gonna save it real quick because I'm kind of curious about something. This is the arms race. We have the knife this time. Let's turn and leave. Yeah.
It's boring if you leave.
So what happens if we leave?
She's bored?
We know
That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters.
we'll see this.
She's
We'll see that she has a weapon.
She's... Shit.
Yeah.
In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade
See
erupting
the
from
sword.
her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all. How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. Then she slices through her arm. Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace.
That is scary. We have the option to fight back this time.
Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it.
Yeah, we get the fight back. This time he's dying.
And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense.
You're going
She's
to
even
die
better
now.
at this than she was last time. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
That she does.
And with a squelch, she does just that.
Now it's the
Everything
arms
goes
race.
dark.
Yeah, now it's the arms race. So, we have the knife ending where we get killed instantly. Or we have the arms race. I kind of want to keep going, but I feel like it'd be best to end it here. We already have the ending here, so we know what happens. Now we're in the arms race. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I would keep going, but it's already been an hour, and I want these videos going more than an hour, because no one's gonna watch it anyways. If you are here, congratulations, you're one of the few. Well, yeah, we'll continue where we left off last time, which is the arms race, and then I'll finish it, and then I'll reload. I'll either keep the ending, or I'll reload back to this ending. Because I kind of do want to explore some stuff, even though I did say that I kind of wanted to stop doing that, because it makes the videos super long. I like to explore. I have fun exploring these games. So we're going to be exploring these games. I will most likely go back to this section, you know? Like, I most likely will just resume this and continue with where it's just the heart. But I kind of want to see what happens, you know? Because the last ending was super funny. The whole, like, repeat death and then the voice and everything. Pretty sure we're gonna get the voice of the stubborn or the voice of the cold or something. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy this video. I'll see you later. Bye-bye!